Body game versus face game. All right, we're going to get into it again today, right? So I made a video about this before, and I noticed when I made these videos, I actually pissed a lot of people off. People were saying, no, face game is more important than body game. Face game, you got to mew, bro, just mew. Mew, 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 mew. Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. You can't mew your way to success. You can mew if you want to, right? Sure, cool. If you want to mew, mew. But it's not the end all be all, right? On this side, why do you think I'm trying to beat it to you guys' head? Why do you think I'm always saying there's nothing enlightening about playing small? Because there's nothing enlightening about playing small so that, other people don't feel insecure around you. There's nothing enlightening about playing small because you don't inspire anyone doing that, right? And how does this tie into face game and body game? It ties into it because the way I see playing small is when you make yourself a one-trick pony. When you just focus on face game, or maybe you just focus on body game, that's when you become like a one-trick pony. That's when you have one trick in your arsenal. I'm saying you need to focus on everything. And I noticed when I made these videos, I think a lot of people may have gotten offended and thought that, I was kind of hating on face game. Well, I kind of framed it that way, but people thought I was kind of hating on face game. But the thing is, though, is that a lot of people I think are downplaying body game. I'm not saying face game is unimportant. Face game is still important. Sure, you can mew. I guess maybe there is some benefit to mewing. Maybe it'll help with the hollow cheekbones or whatnot. But I think that body game is equally important, and there's even science to suggest that body game is important. It's scientifically proven that the V-taper physique is found attractive to the opposite gender, right? And when you guys say this dumb shit of like, oh, face game matters way more than body game, you just sound like a dork, bro. Like you sound like, do you hear yourself right now? There's literally science that talks about how the V taper is found attractive, right? Like if you develop a V taper, like people are gonna be attracted to that. Like there's studies done on this, right? Scientific studies. You can't argue with the data, right? And you can also argue too that, with the face game, they've done studies on, I think it's the symmetrical, as the more symmetrical your face is, the more attractive you are, right? But the point is with these two studies, right? And these two camps, face game and body game, right? And don't get me wrong, before you guys screw this up and misunderstand everything I just said, when I'm talking about getting jacked and body game, I'm not saying you gotta look like Sam Sulek. I'm not saying you gotta look like Chris Bumstead. I'm saying like if you can you can literally develop like a Tobey Maguire physique from the Spider-Man movie, but just like work on your V-taper a little bit more and, have like broader shoulders and then more narrowed waist. Bro, that physique is more than enough, right? With the face game and everything, you can stand out, right? You can stand out amongst 99% of men, right? See, the point I'm trying to make here is that with both of these two studies, right, both of these two camps, face game and body game, you don't have to play small. You don't have to be a one-trick pony. Why can't you just do both? Why can't you just improve both? Why? I noticed in self-improvement and like the whole space of like self-development, self-improvement, like a lot of guys, a lot of people will like, you guys want to just focus on this. Let me just focus on just making money. Let me just focus on just getting jacked. Let me just focus on face game. Let me just like, why don't you do self-improvement as a whole? Right? The holistic self-improvement. Why do we gotta be one-trick ponies? Why do we gotta lean on one side or the other? Like what? Like, can someone answer this for me in the question? And ask this question in the comments. Why are we one-trick ponies? Why are we like? Why? I don't understand it. I'm still seeing this issue where a lot of people, and I'm probably gonna get a comment of some dork saying, "Oh, face game is more important because a girl will choose a tall guy with a nice face over the short guy with a jacked body," or like, bro, like what kind of argument even is that, right? Like, sure, I'm not gonna lie to you and say like shorter dudes, they probably have like a lesser advantage depending on how short you are, right? But you can't deny the fact that body game would probably increase his odds of, you know, attracting like women and shit like that, right? Game, face game, all these things are used to enhance your options. So why not use everything to your disposal, right? Some people are gonna say, "Oh, it's just personality, Riz." We're like, well, bro, what? Sure, why can't you just do all? Why can't you have all three? The Riz, the personality, the face game. Why can't you just do everything, right? It's like we come up with these excuses, these arguments for why we don't have to do one thing or why we don't have to do one thing or the other, right? You come up with these scenarios for why you can't self-improve all around, why you can just focus on just two things. And that's laziness. And on this side, we don't play small. There's nothing enlightening about being lazy, playing small, and not maximizing your full potential. If you follow my channel, you should know we're all about maximizing our full potential all around. We're not one-trick ponies. We reject one trick. If you're a one-trick pony, get the fuck out of here. Because I'm telling you straight up, like, if you're a one-trick pony, I don't want you on this channel. I don't want you here, right? I'm trying to build a community of guys who want to level up all around in all areas of life, not just in one area, right? I got a little aggressive there because I was like, bro, I get heated about this shit. Like, I don't know. It's just so crazy to me how people are just one trick ponies. It's crazy. It boggles my mind, right? And I'm probably still gonna get a comment of a guy saying like, "Oh well, all you need is face game, bro," or "all you need is body game, bro." But I don't know. You can only do so much, right? You can only do so much. But TLDR, body game and face game, they're both equally as important, right? But I just noticed a lot of people downplay body game, which is kind of crazy. I notice a lot of people are downplaying body game, and I want to kind of shed light. Not saying that body game is more important than any of these other sectors. Like, we want to self-improve as a whole. I just want to bring light to body game because I feel like it's right now is the most shitted on. No, people don't realize that body game is actually a cheat code, and people are neglecting body game. And if they just actually hopped on body game and actually like reap the benefits, you would see. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny? The people who shit on body game are the people who haven't actually tried it, which is kind of funny. Or it's people who've tried body game, but then they haven't worked on any other areas of like their self improvement. So like, that's the thing. Like, all these areas of like self improvement, they all kind of leak into each other. So you can't. That's why I'm saying you can't be a one trick pony, right? But the guys that are in shape and that hit on body game, these are guys that are, for some reason, it's kind of odd, but for some reason that they still see their old self before they hopped on body game, so their confidence is all messed up. So then when the way they carry themselves is just, it doesn't match the body, right? That's the thing with body game. For body game to truly work, you have to actually make sure that the body matches the mindset. You need to carry yourself in a confident, authoritative way for body game to actually work, right? But that is a whole other video topic, right? But like I'm saying, I noticed body game is kind of slept on, right? And I notice people are shitting on it a lot more because they think that, I guess, face game is more important. Everybody wants to be like a pretty boy now. But I'm here to tell you, stop being a one-trick pony. You should focus on everything, self-improve, every area of life. Face game, body game, Riz maxing, Looksmaxxing, whatever the case whatever you want to call it. But that's all I really got to say for today. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and book that one-on-one consultation if you want to hop on body game. You need help doing that. That is, of course, my specialty is body game. So hit that link in the description if you need help with body game and improving your appearance and things of that nature. Getting Jack Summers out here. You want to be out here in a white beater and a tank top. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Send this to someone who really needs to hear it. And remember, there's nothing enlightening while playing small. Catch you guys next video. See ya.